Hi everyone. Now, now is almost is about us. Let me see what time it. Let me see what time is it. 6:37. Oh my God, 6:37. The day goes so fast, and I couldn't have time to breathe today. Today is 2 June. I have I have I made 2 videos today, and I have to finish what I start in this morning. First of all, I want to thank you, every one of you. I cannot explain to you. I cannot explain to you the relief and the comfort that I can come in here and talk, because I spent, since my niece was pregnant, since that for the first time in my life, I walk in a courtroom when the child was 1 year old, when I have to go with my niece. That's my first time I went to the court in my life. And I saw the way the system works. And I saw this lawyer take advantage of you. I started learning about my niece, about her panic syndrome, that I did not know she would get mute from the judge of fear. Because for you understand what I'm saying, you watch since the first video, every one of those videos, please. I know your time is precious, but the time you spend to listen to me, you're going to help me to save a mother and a daughter, which is my niece and my little grandniece, that I'm losing my strength. And I'm all alone. Now it's worse, because now my husband is really sick. He has stage 4 of kidneys, and he is very sad. And that now I'm not able to just leave him alone anymore. And I have to leave him alone every month. In 7 years, I left him alone most of the time, going back and forth. And he is the most wonderful human being, giving. He's gave himself, his love. He still does. Today, I say to him, oh my God, I don't know what I'm going to do. I try not worry him, but I was telling him that I wish I have someone to stay with him for months, that I'll go back and be there for months, and I will help to save my niece and her daughter. But then he goes, you can go, go. I say, no, Jeffrey, I can't. But I know if my niece ends up in intensive care tomorrow, I have to rush myself and try to go to the hospital here and see if they can get somebody, or ask my friend to stay for a couple of days. Because last time, a couple of weeks ago, I have to rush myself because my niece again was in intensive care with palpitations, really sick, with a thyroid problem, and her heart, cause of all the panic, all the suffering, the deteriorating her health. So today you're gonna see a video that my niece sent to me. When I watched the video, there was early in the morning. I wake up and I check. The first thing I do is check my phone. And I cannot put my phone in silence, and I cannot hang up my phone ever. Afraid to miss your call. She has no one in New Jersey, because I'm gonna do the second part of the story in my next videos to tell you how a judge believe a sociopath liar, a child molester, that molested his own child, and did not give him the opportunity after he questioned me, made 3 questions about why the uncle and the grandmother of his daughter that he molested was not there accusing him. The judge gave me no opportunity to answer that. This is America, and this is the truth. That's why I need you. I need you to subscribe me. I need you to put likes, to share this, to help me, so that YouTube maintain this story there. I don't know much how to do this. So I have to do the videos and waiting for my friend help me out. Because after my husband had his stroke, he's the one who used to do everything. I did not have time in my life to learn. For example, has been since my niece got pregnant, I never slept again. I got older. This is over 10 years. Because really start in 2011 when she brought her home here, and her brother and her mommy brainwashed her for she not coming here. I mean, brainwash, that's a crime, because they took advantage of her. I begged her mommy and the brother to put her here in her home, but they used her. They took advantage of her naive and her goodness, because she had one brother and he took advantage of her. And he should thank me. He should thank me to love his sister. He should thank me to receive in his country his mother and his sister, which is my niece. That because I have a wonderful husband that was able to do this. My sister-in-law, his mother, have a paper, the green card, because my husband's existence. So after I finish this part, I'm gonna talk here as long as I live to tell you that years, almost 40 years, that I never lived for myself, and how your own blood can be so ungrateful, unfortunately. And the court system do not allow me say anything. For example, when I went in 2019, when I went to the court with her, hoping this judge is going to allow me to speak in her behalf, I made a mistake. They asked for translation. Oh my God, that translator was a Brazilian. That woman has no heart. She threw me out of the court because I told her, I don't need you. It's not working with you. Please, just let me continue my own. For the first time, I asked the translator, and it was awful. It's awful because I talk, she talk after me. I cannot gather my thoughts. Was the horrible experience. So, and I didn't need it. My English is not perfect, but 19 June 2020, when for the first time, this good judge, this fair judge, allowed me to speak for the first time in her behalf, I spoke 3 hours. And this biological father could not interrupt and call my niece Grace as he did prior 5 years before. Because he did not expect that I would be talking. Because he got used to, for 5 years, since the child was 1 year old, every time my niece opened her mouth, he goes, "She's crazy," interrupted. And my niece, with the panic, would shut her mind down. And the judge will accept. For example, another time, I went with her, and she wrote her speech talking about is in the record. Every word I say, everything I say, I saw, I heard, and I lived through it. I was standing in the court next to her. I go by the age of the baby. The baby was already 4.5 years old. Now, wait a minute. No, the baby was 4 years old, because that was the first year of the man, because the biological father had the 50% custody between the 3 and the 4 years old. So that is the year that my niece telling the judge, trying to tell the judge who this man is, that nobody still didn't know who he is. That is not a father. This is a biological father that didn't want my child. The story that he said, "Good luck, I don't want your child. That's not my good luck." He gave up the child. He gave up on the child. She had a child by herself, alone, because he said, "I don't want nothing to do with this child." This monster spent all the pregnancy and the whole year behind the computer, planning, folly, everything through the Facebook, and have information from the friends, Facebook friends of her. She was already, since the baby 1 year old, 3 years in court. And this judge, the first judge, this was the third judge, didn't know nothing. She's already had spent $100,000 or more. At this time, they didn't know nothing. This judge allowed me to walk in the court as supported, not to speak. Because my niece did not know how to convince the judge and explain to him, "I have a panic." That's the way my head works. Because as well, also, she was learning about her panic, because she knew she had anxiety, because when she do the course to be a hairdresser, when she do the tests, they will help her, because in the pressure, her mind froze. So she knew, because in high school, she was bullied, she didn't know how to fight back. So, and I know her since she was a baby. So anyway, what happened? Please be patient, because when I come in here on the phone, I do not prepare anything, because I have to talk till things come on. As I'm talking, I remember things. But I have to make little notes and get some pictures, some stuff to remind me. By today, 2 June, I want to talk about the court that she went today, because the landlord took her to throw her out of the apartment. So, but I want to tell you there is so much that I have to tell you. So please, every time you see my video, just listen and don't think I'm repeating, because every time I explain you more, for somebody just click the video, I have to always give a little bit resume to know that until I have a lawyer that talks to me and see and listen and see all the evidence and listen, because people doesn't want to listen. 8 years in court. The judge doesn't want to hear. The protective server, the child, spent 3 years knocking her door. Get out of the emergency. When the mommy take the baby to the emergency. When the doctor knew the baby was abused. And the protective server, the child. The ages, the people that was there. The doctor called DIFES. They lie. They don't tell the judge. The mommy goes to the doctor and say, I bring my daughter. He's abusing her, he's touching her, he's doing this. The baby answer, yes, he put the toy inside. Oh, he touched your private part. The baby say yes. And these doctors do not write that this baby be molested. But I'm gonna tell you what happened every time she to the doctor. I wish I can say their names, but I cannot say their names. But I wish they listen to this. That is why I ask you to share this video, to have a million views for the all over the world. Listen, because I'm gonna talk to each one of them without say their names. But that's why I'm gonna make many videos. But I know I cannot make longer, because my brother said don't make longer. People get bored, they will not listen. But please, these 20 minutes that you spend each day listen, you going to help me. I know it's not enough time to save her now, but at least it's gonna be here, the story. For one day, I say I did everything I could to save this mom and this child. And that maybe somebody learn how the court system works and how sad it is that you have somebody that you love that have panic syndrome, that have panic attacks that she never had before in her life. She have anxiety when she's trying to speak and doesn't come the way she wants to. Like if somebody fights with her, she don't fight back. I wish I save the recorder. For example, this is true. In August 2021, I was her in Jersey City. I was there helping her because the mother, the brother do not help her. They just want the child. The brother wants the daughter, her daughter, because his wife is obsessed with having a little girl. You know how I know that? Because I know when he married this woman, who she is. And I suffer watching my nephew marry this woman. I knew that she was opportunist. She married my nephew, 20-something years old. They coming from Brazil. She did not give him a green card. His mother, the one, gave a green card for him. From her green card, she tells my niece that she did it. That's the way she brainwashed them and manipulate them. This woman married my nephew. He raised her 4 boys, driving truck. But that story, I'm gonna say how much I suffer watching my nephew marry this woman. I begged him not to marry her. I told him, she's going to use you. He used to be good. He was a good nephew. But he transformed. So my nephew, when you hear this, don't try to say like comments or anything negative about me. I'm not afraid of your wife. She used to scare your sister She used to get my niece, saying that she's gonna take me in the court because defamation. My dream, if she take me to the court, so I can tell in her face who she is, because I don't have the opportunity, because they block me. I don't know where they live. I do not know. I try to send a message for her. I have the picture. She deleted. I was so desperate in November 2021, watching the brainwash the mother of this child and take the child to the church. She took the child to, I don't know if it's evangelic, I don't know what it is, but it's not Catholic. Because my niece used to go to Catholic. I told her, be careful. The biological father, your sister-in-law, is going to use your child, the religion, to brainwash your child. And that's what she did. Try to brainwash my niece and the child. So every word I say here is true. And the truth. And the reason I'm saying this, because the biological father, in my testimony, that we wait for 2 years, me the mother, so she can come back home and raise her child in peace, and this child stops suffering. The man asked me 3 questions, 23 August 2022, in my testimony, that after my niece spent $100,000, the last money she having 2 lawyers that didn't save the girl, didn't put me as a witness. The last lawyer, I begged her, put me as a witness. I'm the only one can show the judge who this pedophile is. Of course, the lawyer did not put it as a witness because they prolonged the court. Every court was $5,000 for 40 minutes to the Zoom. $400 an hour. She have to put money so she have a lawyer. My niece is spending all her life savings that she worked all her life. She has no dollar left. In my savings, I have nothing left. Oh, that is why I'm asking you to don't give up, to listen to me. Please, after me I tell all this story in English, I'm going to tell you to my whole country. Listen, my almost 40 years of America, doing good, bringing each nephew and help nephews and nieces. What I got in change? Nothing. They don't even remember me. This nephew, my nephew, they're supposed to thank me to save his niece, his only niece, that I saved her when she was 6 years old. Bring it here without permission from the court, because the baby was 6 years old. And the baby say, Auntie, I'm gonna run away. I prefer to die to come back to this man. If I did brought her here. 2020, 21 June 2020. Today, almost 3 years. No, 3 years. Because the last time the biological father abused her was 2020, May. So May, so it has been 3 years that I helped the mother save her child. So anyway, I have to tell you, the reason I'm mentioning a family matter here, because the judge did not let me tell her in my testimony, because after 8 years, because one judge heard me in 2019, and then now, 3 years later, I will have the second time to tell the judge, don't do this, because she was the 3rd judge condemning this mother. The judge that did not give us the opportunity to show the truth about the case, about the child, the truth, who the monster is. The judge told the biological father, yes, when they arrive in New Jersey, your visit is a fact. The mommy here, he asked the judge, when they arrive in New Jersey, I can get my daughter, right? She goes, yes. I cannot describe it to you. The mother was already numb. I have the video 2 minutes and 50 minutes because I recorded, because I knew the judge would do that. Because when you don't have proof in his word who I am, the judge is above. The judge, the power. They treat me like a garbage. They say I'm not part of the case. If they had me speak, if they allow me speak, 7 years ago, the first day I went to the court was my niece. If they will allow me speak for all that day, the baby would never have been abused. Because the lawyer took the money. He didn't do nothing. She didn't say nothing. My niece begged her, tell the judge I have to go home. He didn't want my child. He never saw my child. The lawyer didn't say anything. My niece asked her, I want to go to my house. This man come back to my daughter's life. And this lawyer was asking for child support. She did the opposite what my niece asked her to do. And this lawyer, after she charged $7,000, I think it was $7,000 or more, she asked more money, more money. I am so glad that my husband have a lawyer, a friend. Today he don't work anymore. But he showed me. He said, you don't have to pay the lawyer nothing more. She already paid. And she's off the case. Because she keeping asking my niece money. After she took the money and didn't do her job right. She could save the girl. She could tell the judge she has to go home. This man didn't want her child. And then comes the second lawyer, did the same thing, took advantage of her. But anyway, eventually, gonna describe the first court, the second court, every court that was there, that I saw and I heard. I'm gonna describe it to you. How they destroyed, they deteriorated this mother health. How every year they deny my niece come home that she begged since the baby was 1 year old. Every year this child suffer and this mother suffer. And I have to give up my life. I never work. I could not even see my mother dying. Because I did not have money to go. And my mother was dying. And I could not go. Because I could not leave my niece here alone. She depends on me. She can't go in the court alone. Because after court, she have panic attacks. I have a video. De Rodora. Massage her in emergency rooms. And Rodora also went many times to the emergency room caused by the father. And my niece went caused by the courts, denying her to come home.